You think you're in control of your mind, right? You make decisions every day, from what to eat to what to believe, assuming that you are fully aware of your choices. But what if I told you that your brain has been playing subtle, invisible games with you all along, shaping your thoughts, feelings, and actions without you ever noticing? That's exactly what happens to all of us, and understanding it is the first step to regaining control. Today, we were diving deep into how your mind manipulates your reality in ways you don't even realize, and how you can start seeing the strings behind your own thoughts. Let's start with a simple experiment you can do right now. Close your eyes and picture your favorite snack. Got it? Now imagine someone telling you it's bad for you, unhealthy, or will make you gain weight. What happened to your craving? Did it shrink a little, or did you suddenly feel guilty? That tiny shift isn't just your imagination. It is your brain testing how your emotions and beliefs interact, silently influencing your behavior. You didn't consciously decide to feel that change. Your mind did it automatically. This is just the beginning of understanding the invisible games your brain plays. One of the biggest ways your brain manipulates you is through cognitive biases. Cognitive biases are mental shortcuts designed to make decision-making faster, but they come with a catch. They often mislead you. Take the confirmation bias, for example. It's your brain's tendency to notice information that confirms what you already believe, while ignoring anything that contradicts it. You think you're evaluating situations objectively, but in reality your brain has already filtered what matters, silently nudging you toward the conclusions it wants you to see. Imagine scrolling through social media. You believe you're just browsing for fun or information, but the posts you click on and linger over are carefully selected by your attention patterns. Your mind is shaping what you perceive, making you feel like you're discovering things freely, when in truth, you're following the path your brain laid out for you. Then there's the illusion of control, a fascinating trick your mind loves to play. Humans have an innate desire to feel in control, even in situations that are completely random. Rolling dice, flipping a coin, or choosing a lottery number, your brain can make you feel that your actions actually influence the outcome. You might throw a dice or harder when you want a higher number, or pick a certain lottery ticket because it feels lucky. In reality, the results are completely random, but your mind convinces you that your choices matter more than they do. This illusion doesn't just exist in games. It sneaks into daily life in subtle ways, from stock trading to timing your social media posts to thinking you can control someone else's reaction. Attention manipulation is another invisible game your brain plays. Your brain prioritizes information that feels urgent, emotionally charged, or rewarding. This prioritization is useful for survival, but it also makes you susceptible to manipulation. Advertisers know this. Social media platforms know this. Even your friends and family know this. Sometimes unconsciously. You focus on what your brain tells you is important, not necessarily what actually is. Have you ever noticed how a single notification can completely derail your focus for the entire hour? That's your brain falling for its own tricks, responding to stimuli it believes are critical, even if they aren't. Now let's connect this to decision-making in daily life. How often have you bought something you didn't need? That wasn't a random purchase. Your brain responded to cues of scarcity, urgency, or social proof. Limited offer, only 2 left in stock. Instantly, your brain perceives danger, missing out, and pushes you to act. You think you're making a rational choice, but it's really your brain playing its game, nudging your behavior without you realizing it. The same thing happens in relationships. When someone says something ambiguous, your mind fills in the gaps with past experiences, expectations, or fears. Suddenly, a neutral comment feels like criticism, rejection, or praise. Your interpretation isn't reality. It's a mental illusion crafted by your brain to protect you, or sometimes just to simplify the chaos of social interactions. Habits are another prime example of invisible mind games. Your brain loves to automate repetitive tasks to save energy. Brushing your teeth, commuting, checking your phone. These actions often happen without conscious thought. You think you're in control, but autopilot is at work. This isn't bad. It's efficient. But it's a reminder that much of your daily life isn't driven by conscious choices. It is guided by patterns your brain has silently installed over time. Recognizing this is key to regaining true control. So how can you fight these invisible games and regain a sense of agency? First, pause and question your automatic reactions. When you feel a sudden urge, strong emotion, or snap judgment, ask yourself, am I reacting to reality or to my brain's trick? That simple moment of awareness can interrupt the unconscious influence your mind exerts. Second, increase mindfulness in daily activities. Pay attention to what grabs your attention, what triggers cravings, or how your emotions sway your decisions. Document it if you need to. Writing things down is a powerful way to catch patterns. Finally, practice critical thinking deliberately. When presented with new information, challenge it. Look for evidence that contradicts your beliefs. Notice when your attention is being hijacked by something trivial. These steps don't make your brain stop playing games. It just makes you a better player yourself. It's important to remember that your mind isn't malicious. It's brilliant and adaptive. The tricks it plays are designed for efficiency, survival, and emotional regulation. But brilliance comes with complexity, and complexity can feel like deception when it operates beneath your awareness. By understanding these invisible games, you gain not only insight into human behavior, but also practical strategies for living more consciously. You begin to see patterns where once there was only chaos, and you start to make choices that reflect reality rather than unconscious manipulations. Consider this. Every advertisement you ignore, every social media scroll you control, every habit you adjust consciously is a small victory over the invisible games of your own mind. Each time you recognize a bias, pause before reacting, or challenge an assumption, you reclaim autonomy. And the more you practice, the easier it becomes to detect subtle manipulations before they take hold. What feels like freedom in decision-making is really mastery over the hidden mechanisms of your own brain. In conclusion, your mind is both your greatest ally and your stealthiest trickster. It is brilliant, efficient, and sometimes mischievous, shaping your thoughts, guiding your emotions, and influencing your actions without ever asking permission. Recognizing these invisible games isn't about stopping them, it's about becoming aware of them, understanding their patterns, and learning to navigate your life with clarity and intentionality. The next time you think a decision is fully your own, remember that your brain has likely been playing games behind the scenes. Awareness is your first tool, curiosity is your second, and with practice, control is entirely possible. So next time you feel that tug in your mind, that sudden urge, or that inexplicable reaction, pause and observe. Notice the invisible strings at work. Question them. Understand them. And slowly, you'll start to outsmart the most complex system you will ever encounter: your own mind.